Today, I'm joined by Ashish to talk about AI Builder and the Azure OpenAI Service. Let's see what it all can do in this episode of Low Code Revolution. Hi everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the Low Code Revolution. Today, I'm joined by Ashish, and we are going to talk about AI Builder. So Ashish, welcome to the show. Can you please introduce yourself?
Thank you, Daniel. I'm super excited to be here. I'm product manager in the AI Builder team as part of Power Platform. And again, ready to talk about some no-code AI.
Yeah, that's really cool because I have been seeing AI Builder for a long time. I've been seeing all the new models that came out. And today, you're going to show something about AI Builder, also a new model, right?
Yes, we are super excited about this new capability that we are bringing on AI Builder. And again, ready to show you some stuff.
Yeah, let's dive into it. I'm really curious.
Okay, so let's get started and let's orient people about what AI Builder is. Just quick overview. So AI Builder is no-code AI capability within Power Platform. Think of it as a collection of models, a platform for no-code and no-code users. It has a bunch of out-of-box models, which you can just use in your flows or apps right away. So you give it an input and it'll produce an output, and it's an AI kind of generated output. It's a prediction coming from an AI model. So that's out-of-box models. There are also customizable models, right, which you can bring your own data and tweak the model to fit your business purpose. So that's also there. All of this is then governed by an orchestration, a validation, feedback loop, which kind of creates this end-to-end experience of using no-code AI. And then on top of it is governance on how should these models behave, who should have access to the models, which applications and flows can use these AI models. So just entire package for no-code usage. All right, so that's just quick intro. Where does this kind of all stack up within Microsoft AI stack? That's a question that we get asked a lot. So again, on the right side, you'll see a stack diagram. The bottom of it is your Azure Machine Learning platform, right? That is for pro data scientists to kind of build your own custom models. They have the full control to kind of make peak performance of their models and create fit for business AI capabilities. If we go a little bit on top of that stack, we'll see Azure AI Services, which is also called Cognitive Services popularly. It starts to add cognitive dimensions to the AI. So you'll see vision, speech, language, decision. Again, this is a layer where a lot of pro developers play. They still are working with APIs, sometimes tweaking the models. So they can still hands-on working with the AI, but a more developer-centric rather than data scientist-centric kind of layer. And a lot of data scientists work in this layer as well. And then the top layer is the no-code AI layer, which is AI Builder, right? You'll see, again, even higher dimensions around scenarios, so document processing, invoice processing, sentiment analysis, and so on and so forth, right? This is where citizen developers, no-code makers kind of play, and this is where AI Builder fits in. And on top of it is the enablement layer, where AI Builder is enabling everything else in the Power Platform suite from capability and product perspective.
Yeah, so if we look at the Power Platform suite, if you look at, for instance, Power Apps and Power Automate, we have all those connectors already, right? So you can use AI Builder, which is the easy on top of Power Platform built AI possibilities. Mm-hmm. And then you also can connect, I believe, also to the Azure AI services, right?
Correct. Yes. So there are a ton of connectors, over 900 connectors, which kind of fuel the Power Platform services. And AI Builder is kind of more native AI capability built into it, but then you can bring in things from cognitive services and other places as well if you want to do that. So it's pretty flexible in that sense.
I believe also from the bottom layer even, right? So you can bring your own model to AI Builder. So there's tons of possibilities there.
That's true, right? Business users can work with professional data scientists within the organization to build, again, custom models. We have something called bring your own model capability. using that, professional data scientists can build models and then bring it to a no-code layer where business users can now interact with that model and use the benefit of that model versus having to build it themselves.
Yeah, so AI Builder has it all.
Yeah, let's go to the next slide, which is kind of the big reveal, something that we are super excited to talk about. Again, AI Builder loves generative AI. We're getting into the area of generative AI. So with this new capability that's lighting up, we're bringing the Azure AI services and plus Azure OpenAI services to AI Builder, right? So those models which do generative AI are now available. The large language models are part of the AI Builder stack now. So with this, we are enabling a bunch of things. First of all, prompt engineering. So one of our core principles has been, how do we create simple and easy to use interactions with the model? Again, the model is pretty easy to use anyways, because you're interacting with it using natural language. But how do we even simplify that experience? How do we kind of remove all the clutter from that experience and have it be more natural? So that's one of the things. Also, the models and the output of the model, how can we naturally and more natively integrate with flows and apps, right? So that's something that you will see. It's also bringing all the reliability of Azure ecosystem on top of the Azure OpenAI service, right? So you will see pieces of that as well. We're also trying to be responsible and about that. So we've built in a lot of content moderation capabilities. And then governance and RBAC and things like that. And lastly, when this all goes prime time, you will see this will be very familiar licensing model around it, which is Azure AI or AI Builder credit mechanism. So that should sound familiar and easy to use as well.
Yeah, so it will be the same credits as you use for all the other models?
Correct. So you will see a new burn rate for this model. So just like you would use a sentiment analysis model or a vision model, this will be another model in the overall stack and with a new burn rate. So you'll still use your credits for it.
That sounds easy.
Yes. Again, people ask, what can we do with this model, right? So the possibilities are endless, and I have to just be careful with that you could do whatever you want with it, right? It's pretty flexible in that sense. But over here, what we're trying to do is just give some aspirational things that people might want to do. So it's great with sentiment analysis. It's great with translation. You can actually summarize content very well with this. We've also tried doing classification of text or content. So again, your imagination is your limit with this. So we would want people to kind of play around and do different things and do creative stuff with this.
I see a lot of the scenarios that we already know from ChatGPT, for instance, and the other GPT models. So this sounds pretty logical. Perfect.
Do you want to see how it works?
Yeah, would be lovely to see it.
Let's go over and take a look. So this, for people who are not familiar, this is Power Automate. On the left banner, you see all the capabilities, and there is a new capability, or AI Builder is an existing capability. When you go to the Explore page, you will see a new model, a text model light up here. Again, you can see all the models here, document, text. In the text category, you will see a new tile light up, which is Azure OpenAI Service. When you click this, you will see a simplified prompt engineering interface, or people are familiar with OpenAI Playground. Then again, you can think of it as a similar but simplified prompt engineering or playground experience. What you can do here is you could put a prompt here and you can see response. So I'm going to put something here to play around with and see how model behaves. So when we tell the model things that we want it to do, so it's an instruction, and then model produces a response as a result of it. We've also populated the space with some templates, some predefined prompts, which should appeal and should act as inspiration for business users. So you could summarize text, you can respond to a complaint, you can extract information from text, you could do sentiment analysis. So let me pick another example here, which would be, In this case, we're trying to extract container numbers and registration numbers from a bunch of text below. So let me send this to the model. Hopefully it pulls out container numbers and registrations. These are predefined. So go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I love the templates, how they work. It's really easy to just select the template and then see all the instructions there.
Absolutely.
That will help a lot of people with the prompting as well, because that's kind of the hard part in this whole scenario, right? How to write a prompt.
Sometimes you don't know what to ask, right? So again, these should act as a boilerplate kind of prompts for people to try. You can change these. You can use this as an inspiration to do your own thing. So, for example, you're not interested in registration numbers. You just want container numbers. You can make the change and get it going, or you can just remove all of this and start fresh. So that's possible too. But this is just your playground. You're experimenting with prompts. You could take it in a flow. You could use it in an app, right? And those are things you could do. So let's go over to Power Automate and see how this works there. So over here, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to post a new topic on Teams. And this is what I do with my teams. Every week, I post a new topic for conversation and kind of bring everybody together and discuss a topic. So what I'm trying to do here is create manually a topic, a new conversation point. I've added an OpenAI model in there. So you will see a new action light up within Power Automate and AI Builder, which is create text with GPT on OpenAI Service. And then you can prompt it here. You can tell it what you want it to do. In this case, I'm asking, hey, create me a post, which is around 100 words on a given topic, and be insightful, creative, and be factual in your writing. So I'm just giving some instructions, some context to the model to behave in a certain way. And I've given it the dynamic topic that I will create here, and it'll start generating content. What we have also done is we have made it easy to do prompt engineering right in Power Automate. So when you click create instruction, you see it here. It's generating a topic. I will bring a random kind of topic to it and test if my prompt is okay. Get it here and I'll let it go. Over here as well, we've again brought in the same kind of templates that you saw in the Explore experience, so people can again use those as inspiration to get started as well.
That looks really, really, really helpful to have that also in Power Automate, because normally when you are working on that, you really want to try out, right? You want to test, and then whenever you're ready with it, you can just use it and maybe replace some text by a dynamic content field, and then go on from there.
Absolutely. I mean, that is our thinking as well, that people would want to play around and experiment in the place where they are using the model or creating the prompts, and give them the ability to do it right there. So that's one thing. One of the other things I wanted to talk about is whenever you're generating AI-generated content, or you're creating AI-generated content, and especially when it's going to multiple people, or you're posting it externally, or responding to customers or whatnot, we're recommending to use an approval or a human inspection step, right? So for example, in this scenario, I have added a human inspection step, which will pause my flow and give an opportunity for a human inspection where I can say approve or reject a given request and look at the generated content and then make a decision whether I want to approve it or reject it. Based on that approval, the next set of the actions in the flow will kick in. So for example, in this case, my intention was to post it on Teams. Once the approval is given, then the automated generated content will be posted on a Teams, otherwise not. So you always have a human in the driving seat, and you're using it as an assistive, a co-pilot kind of capability, but not a full automation, because sometimes you don't know what the model would generate.
Yeah, I can imagine that you want to have still control over it, because sometimes it will generate something that's not correct, and then if you automate it, you're already done. So that's of course the hard part here.
Absolutely. We are also in early days of these capabilities, so we are continuously kind of learning and improving them. So it's especially in the preview phases, it's important to kind of build trust with this capability and kind of use it in an assistive fashion and see where you can take it. Whenever we add a new model in AI Builder, it automatically lights up in Power Apps as well, right? So in this case, we are building, again, a very small app. You could think of as a party trick app, which is Ask Me Anything. But the main thing is that you can add the model right in your Power Apps as well. So when you go to data, you can say add data instead of tables. You'll go to AI connector and you'll see the model up top here. I've already added it, so you didn't see in the list, but that's how you add the model. The way you interact with it is, it's an AI model. You call a predict function on it, right? So using Power FX in here, I'm calling, hey, create text with GPT, and I'm calling .predict function, and I'm giving the question that I otherwise had to this model, and it'll produce an output. So it's as simple as that. You can take it for a spin as well. So if I'll use the same query that I gave it to the other one, agile methodology to fifth grader, and you can ask the question, you'll hit the ball and produce a response. What we're also experimenting is in here, we're showing this. You can add tokens, you can add new, you can add to the prompt, you can tell it like a tone, right? You want a professional tone, you want a casual tone, you want a certain style of writing, you can specify the length of writing, right? So it's adding tokens to your prompt, it's adding more context to your prompt. And then when you generate, you'll get a different flavor of the output.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, so you really leave it to the people to, for instance, look at tokens, etc., that they can easily add.
That's right. Yeah, and again, this prompt engineering is a new paradigm, right? We call it the programming language of the new world, right? And people are learning it, but again, in the beginning, they'll need assistance on how to create better prompts and meaningful prompts. It's more like talking to a person. If you ask the right question, you get the right response, right? And how much context can you add and kind of produce the right output then?
Okay, really cool. So this was what you wanted to show for us?
Yes, absolutely.
Really cool. I really like the fact that you also showed both experiences, or actually all three experiences. So first AI Builder, start from there, then go to the separate products where you can really use the model, and how that experience is. So thanks a lot, Ashish, for showing us around the new capabilities. And I think the viewers would love to get their hands on it when it's available. Yeah. And can you tell us a little bit about that? Like, how is it going to roll out? Can everybody just try it, or is there some kind of phased rollout, or how will that actually be?
Yeah, we'll start with a phased rollout, so people can start using it today itself. And you can go to AKMS/try AI Builder to try this experience. We're starting with US and English only rollout. So our audience in US will be able to experience it earlier than everybody else. And then we'll gradually add more users and people to it and build out the capacity. Again, it's in preview, so that would be the natural progression of this service as it moves along.
Yeah, and if people want to try it out and they are not in the US, they can just create a environment in the US region, probably.
That's correct.
They, of course, have to think about the data, etc. But that's what they can do, of course.
That's correct.
Okay, thank you, Ashish. And yeah, also thanks to our viewers. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope to see you at the next episode of the Low Code Revolution.